I'd say if I can do it from sideways inside the car, it should be even easier when you're in the car. So these headlights I've really gone over. A lot of NOS stuff, original T3 headlights, NOS gaskets for the bucket covers. Did some correct paint markings inside the passenger side. I verified that on a couple of other cars. A low mileage car that happens to be in here right now. And getting the engine stuff, the grill, the bumpers on. The bumpers fit just flawlessly on this car. It's the first time that's ever happened. Want to go over just some of the stuff with the car. So I'll stop the clip and we'll go into the engine bay. So as you can see, this is still a work in progress, but I have the restored Solex in place with the original water choke. And this was the NOS air cleaner assembly that I actually refinished because of a lot of shelf wear. And the valve cover is just in place for alignment. I've got the fuel line bent and installed. The heater hoses are all correct. I had NOS tees for the water choke. I had original clamps, all restored. They have the Opel emblems on them. And all throughout, these clamps are correct, originals. You can see on this one for the air cleaner, it's a 80 millimeter, as they labeled their sizes on their clamps. And you can see the Opel eye on the clamp. I'm sure you can't right there. Right there you can get a good kind of look at it. And then have the NOS headlight cable installed. I've got to finish my brake lines for the master cylinder. So this week coming up, I will be installing the brake booster support, my booster and such. Get some of the wiring finished up, and I'll take you to the other side and we'll cover it. So again, I got correct battery cable. The cables came in two colors for the positive on the Opel. They came in black, which black is positive on German wiring, and this one happened to be red, so we kept with the red. I have the NOS fuel filter set up, and kind of see how it goes. There was a clamp right there off the alternator bracket, and it has the original braided hose with the original clamps, and then the rebuilt alternator. That's the one I did. As the one I had, it looked good, it worked, but it just wasn't to my liking. And then you can kind of see the original battery with the Opel lowering handle installed, and got to fill that up with battery acid, get it online. So So you can see some of the details, clutch cable, markings, and things that kind of make up the details. AC Delco plugs. Well, it was just AC back then. So on the interior, not much to say yet. I've got the shifter installed. I've just got tape over it to hold that spring for the shifter knob, and I've got to tie up that dust boot and install the actual boot before I put that knob on. Restored the fuse box, did all the markings on it, the markings on the firewall. I still got a bunch of things piled up just in the passenger side so I don't get damaged. And we'll be finishing this up soon. Did a video for the rear wiring, and still got some things to do before I commit to putting the taillights in. So I didn't want to do that just yet, but I've got the bumpers installed, and again, you know, they installed very nicely. I mean, the lights, you know, are just seamless. Usually anytime I have chrome bumpers, re-chromed, you know, the fit is always a fight. But this car is just an exception to the rule. Everything went on, you know, really nice, really nicely. NOS emblems, NOS license plate plugs, NOS reverse light assembly. All the lights are NOS. The bumper strips are NOS. The bumper ends are NOS. It never ends with this car on the new old stock parts. So on the underneath, we've got all the tags for the rear end. Did all the brake lines just to mimic the originals. Even an NOS vent for the rear differential. We got our fuel line and the vent line. Original clamps. Wheels all re-chromed, restored. Center caps, trim rings. NOS brake hoses. This is the correct rear hose, which is a 1/2 inch shorter than the fronts. The exhaust that'll be on this is all new old stock. It's not the reproduction. Heat shield restored. Typically in these restorations, I really wanted to do my bell housing in bare aluminum, but I had a paint marking of, and you can't even see it once this is installed, but there was an OK stamp put on the top of the bell housing, and like I said, you can't even see it, but that's where, when they did the engine, they inspected it with the transmission and in place. They put that in a couple different spots. So, you know, we even wanted to do that correctly. So, just got everything installed. I got to do the drive shaft. That'll come this week. There's the NOS correct fuel pump for this car. That's what it had. It's I think it's a Piedmont, if I recall. NOS hoses with the yellow DOT tags. I got the AC filter. Just kind of showing some details. Trying to think anything else under here that matters as far as like trying to get overly correct. Well, yeah, actually. So the front end has got the EM tag. And I'll go over this. It's the belly pan. These lights are NOS. I had a lot of questions, people asking about the color of this, and it's got a shine to it. It's a argent gray silver. Earlier models, it was chrome. And then you can see the horns. And you can see this is the high tone. It's got a washer behind the nut. And then this one's just got the nut. That's the low tone. And this car's got the NOS chrome strip under the belly pan lip. And the towing eye. I'm just waiting. I've got these fit, but they're not exactly where they're going to be. I've got chrome bolts coming. I should have those Monday to swap out. And this car could roll now. I'm just trying not to be in a hurry. While I've got it on the lift, I want to finish up some stuff. But fortunately, like I said, everything on this, all the lights, lenses, housings, they're all new old stock. I was pretty lucky to get all that stuff. So that covers the car and where we're at right now.